Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Amalia Aisyah binti Ahmad Nizam, and in today's video, I will show you how to use Padlet. First, open your browser and search for Padlet. And then, click this link here. And you will see the home page for Padlet. And then next, you can sign up for free. You can choose here whether you want to sign up with Google, Microsoft, Apple, or you can sign up with another email. So I will try to sign up with Google. And then click the email. So here it is. You've joined a Padlet. So now I will show you how to make a Padlet. First, click this button here and then you will see there is 7 types of Padlet that you can make. I will try to explain to you one by one. And firstly, we start with wall. Now let's start editing. First, you can change the title, as for example, you want your students to tell about themselves, their biodata. So you can put the title as "Tell me about yourself." And then put a description. For example, like that, and you can put an icon if you want, or if you don't want, then click here, no icon. So as for me, I want to put this icon. Then we go back. This address is the link that you want to share to your students. As for wallpaper, you can change it to solid colors, gradients, textures, and patterns, and also pictures. You can also add your own wallpaper. As for me, I want to put textures and patterns. There's a lot of options that you can choose. So I will choose this one, denim. And then there is also color scheme and font. You can change it. As for posting settings, this attribution is that you want to display the author name above each post. So you can let your students' name have above their post. If you don't want, then their name will be anonymous. A new post position is where if there is a new post, then whether it is coming first or it will going last. So as for comments, do you want to allow the viewers to comment on each post or not? And reactions to posts, you can have like, vote, star, and grade. So as for me, I will choose like. There is also content filtering settings where if your students wants to post, then they need an approval first. But I think this is not necessary, so we don't tick this one. Filter profanity is where if your students type something like bad words, then the bad words will turn into nice emojis. Content protection and also advanced. Then we can go to the next button. You're all set, and then you can start posting. To create a post, you and your students can click this plus button and then type in the subject. For example, my biodata, and then you can insert image, upload files, and there's more here, as you can see. So then I want to upload a file, which is a picture. So you can see here, I want to upload this picture. Open. And then let's wait for it to load. And let's write something here about his biodata. Then here it is. The name, age, address, previous school, ambition, hobby, and if you want to write it another way, then it's fine. So then you can also add caption here about the picture, or you want your students to follow this kind of biodata explanation, like that. So here you can click publish, and this is your first post. This you can edit the post, change its background, and then that's it. If you click this button, you can invite members, or you can just share the link to your students. This privacy is where you can change it to private or put a password, secret or public. If you make it private, then the students cannot access it. It is suitable for you to keep it secret, and they can access it. They can post something that you want them to post. This here is the visitor's permission. There are read access, write access, and edit access. So as for your students, you can tick on the write access here so that they can post and view at the same time. I forgot to tell you that here, export is that you can save the whole post in image, PDF, or whatsoever here. So if you decided to delete this wall, you can save it as image, PDF, so that you can see it again and again. Next, I will show you how to make Padlet as Canvas. Let's see Canvas first. Here, starting your Padlet. So as previous, you can insert the title, descriptions, icons, wallpapers, and more here. Just like in the wall, let's change the background because it looks so bright. Here is gradient. I'll choose this one. And then next. You're all set and we can start posting. So let's start creating a post. So click this plus button and then you can put 950. Publish. As you can see, it has appeared in this post. This one you can drag it wherever you want. So as for me, I will put it in the center as the students need to come up with their own equation so that it is equal to 950. Then we try to make an example, as for example 900 plus 50. So then we publish, and then 1000 minus So these are the 3 examples. If your students start to make their own equations, then we can click these 3 dots, edit, and here connect to a post. We can connect it here as 900 plus 50 is equal to 950. If you move this around, it still connects to each other. And we can also connect this one just like that. Next, we can try and make stream. Stream is where you can make it as a Facebook post or Instagram feed. It's just like that too. It has a post. Then just like earlier, you can edit the title, description, and the wallpaper. We can change it to cardboard, and then next, and start posting. So this is what I've done earlier. So this is the first post, and this is the second post. And then if you add one more, it will stack on top of the second post here. So if the students want to edit, they just double click, or they can add a new post. Next, let's try and make grid. Grid is just like walls, but as you can see, grid is more tidy than wall. As if the first row has a long box here, then the below one will follow this one. So there will be a blank space here, but in wall it just randomly stack up like this. So let's go in grid, just like the previous one. Add title, description, and whatsoever here. And then next, let's start posting. So as for example, let's just randomly put something here and just something like that. Okay, publish. So as you can see what I've posted here, the second row will be below the first row, which have a lot of posts here. So there will be a blank space under student 6 and student 5 because they wrote something short like that. So as you can see here, now you have 5 Padlet, but if you want to make another one, you need to upgrade. So as we need to delete our previous Padlet, like that. So if you want to see your Padlet, you can also archive it. So now you can add more Padlet. Next, let's see shelf. This is just like previous. Next, start posting. Shelf is where you can post something in groups or in sections. So I will show you the example. So as you can see here, I've put chapter 1 in the first section, and below you can upload files, pictures that related to chapter 1, the subject that you teach. And then we can add more section. For example, chapter 2, save, and then we can upload files. Section 3, we put assignments. So your students can upload their assignments below this section so that it will not mixed up. This is the tidiest Padlet so that your students can see which section that they want. Let's continue with map. So in map, as you can see here, it has map style where you can change the background. And then we can start posting. So here you can teach your students like geography, something, social studies. You can zoom in, and if you want to search, you can click the plus button and then search a place by its name. As for example, Tampin. That's for example. So it will show you where the Tampin is. There. If you want to zoom in, you can left click it. If you want to zoom out, then right click, double right click. So there is Tampin. And lastly, you can make Padlet as timeline. Then you can edit the title. So let's next and start posting. As you can see, timeline has this line below here. So if you add something, this timeline is suitable for, like, if you want your students to describe a story, or you can also use it in history, as history always use timeline. What happened in this year, what happened in that year. So as for example, I want to post this as first publish. So as you can see, it posted here, and then second, it will post here. So that's all for guidelines Padlet, and thanks for watching.